Hello. Today I'd like to talk about the reason that I have created this lesson plan, some of the technology and resources that were involved and that you will need, rationale for it and for the lesson plan itself, and kind of some of the information that you will need prior to developing this and also that you will require of your students. What I have chosen as my topic is to talk about our professional association, and that, as you can see by this first slide here, is the American Dental Hygienists Association. That is one of my goals as a teacher, is to provide information to our students to help them make great choices to be student members, and then also hopefully to go on to be supporting members of our organization. So starting at the beginning, there are some assumptions that are definitely made as we are dealing with adult learners. I would have to say 100% of our students are indeed students that come in having some technology background. So the rationale for my project and both of and this lesson plan would be to allow a more active learning environment in the classroom. This will increase preparation prior to the meeting in the classroom as a bonus, and that should aid the students to be better prepared for the classroom time and the activities that we will do, as well as they should have a basic understanding of the content, and then they would use classroom time to further their knowledge. It has been shown, surprisingly, that there is increased attendance when there is blended learning and technology and active learning strategies, activities involved. So this is another thing that should do that, especially with the early hour class that we do have. This environment is student-centered, encourages students to take notes and to use technology. Also, critical thinking skills are applied and learned and enhanced through this type of project. And also problem-solving skills are starting to emerge, and hopefully that they will start to think about the rationale for different avenues to take. So the lesson that I have designed is, of course, for them to learn about their association and then also to do some further research on their own, and then they will present that to the other students and to the instructor. So the lesson plan, actually I've used a lecture capture software to capture this PowerPoint, and the students will view this online, and then they will hear my voiceover giving additional information to the slides in a more active type environment. So this lesson encompasses information about the student's professional organization, as well as history and ideas for the future. Students will utilize the information that they learned from this PowerPoint presentation, assigned readings from the course, and other information that they will gather online to create a PowerPoint about a particular direction that the dental hygiene degree can take them in. This presentation will then be presented in class, as well as it will be uploaded to our class website, and then they have that for future reference to look at. So, technology and resources that will be involved by you, that you will need. So, of course, you'll need a computer, a classroom website, the internet, be able to use PowerPoint. Screen-O-Matic is the software that I've used here, but you are definitely able to use any lecture capturing thing. Just make sure that either the school does have a license for it, and then it is free to you, or that it is a free software. So what skills and knowledge are required? Well, you would have to have, of course, basic computer skills and be able to, make a PowerPoint, create it, upload it, download information. I always feel that a backup plan is great to have in order, as well as to possibly have the students, when they upload their PowerPoints, to have those on a jump drive, so that if you get into class and your internet is not working, you don't have to access the website. You can indeed just access the jump drive. Also, one of the things too that I talked about making sure that it was free. And another thing that I think, when you're asking students to use technology and to do activities outside of the classroom, I think it's very important to make yourself available to them online. Have after hours. So probably in the evening after school, on weekends is when they're going to be doing their homework. So I think that's a wonderful thing, to have them have the ability to reach you. Prior skills required of students for this, pretty much basically the same type of information that you would need. Basic computer skills, being able to navigate a website, create a PowerPoint, upload, download, being able to research on the internet would be also something they have to do. Of course, most of them will have PCs of their own, but there is also classroom computers. The internet, is available all through campus, and then there is the computer lab that they can go to, or of course the library. Let's see. They will have information of how to research and how to cite. It's always good to have this refresher in your syllabus if they don't remember or forget what class they learned it in or something like that. So I always like to attach that. So what are the students asked to accomplish? Well, what I have asked them to accomplish is basically, as you've seen by a few of these slides that have went by, is to pick out one of the careers that one could have who holds a dental hygiene license. And so here is clinician. There's more information. So they could pick out clinician in a geriatric office, or a clinician that worked at a hospital. There's also, of course, public health, dental educator, researcher, corporate, lobbyist, and then of course my favorite, the advanced dental hygiene practitioner. So they can pick any of those topics, and then of course there's subcategories to those. So what I have asked them to do, so it's not a huge project, but it's just enough where they can get a good flavor for how to use technology, and then also learn some of the content that we'd like them to learn. Students will create a 10-slide PowerPoint on their chosen topic, so that would be a minimum. I think it's great also too to have rubrics, because that just gives them a step-by-step of what you're asking of them, and then they can just go off and check it off. They will present the PowerPoint to their peers in class on an assigned date. I always think that's kind of nice. They like to get up and talk to us as well. Frees up a day for me for talking. Let's see. And then there will be question and answer afterwards, so that kind of, helps if someone doesn't understand what they were talking about, or further gain some education. Then, like I said, it will be on our classroom website, so they will always have that, be able to, get that information if they need it down the road. And then, of course, I asked them to screen capture it, because that's kind of a fun thing to do. It's very easy to do. I always think things that I can do are fairly simple to some of these students. So then, I believe the procedures will be to do the PowerPoint, upload it, and then, then I would take that information and then bring it to class, whether it's on the Jump Drive or we can access it from the computer. Then they would do their presentations and then it would be online. The advantages of this project. Well, it encourages collaboration between classmates. That's a big advantage that these students really need for this tough program that they're in. It goes by really quick and they need to have friends, that's for sure. It advances student speaking abilities, presentation skills, should enhance their PowerPoint, creating, capabilities, increases their knowledge of the subject, increases their knowledge of our profession, which is something that we do in my course. And, they have fun. I really enjoy it. I enjoy the presentations the most. So the disadvantages, well, with anything, there's increased preparation ahead of time by the teacher. But the advantage of that is that there's decreased time later once school starts. So there's always a reward. Students must collaborate. Sometimes you can definitely, I like to choose my team so that not the same people always sign up together so that they can get to know each other. But you definitely can have differences of opinion. So what I also like to have them do is to self-assess and then also to assess their peers. I think that's a very important teaching tool. And it helps them to have everybody participate, not just one person do the stuff. Let's see. Oh, I also too like to have them cite wherever they got information from so that they know that I want them to have scholarly information, not just information they randomly heard off the street or what have you. What types of effective instructional strategies are included? Well, peer teaching, peer learning, self-assessing, peer grading, collaboration between myself and them and then each other. Summative informative feedback, quick feedback generally happens. Active learning in the classroom, student-centered projects, technology is used. Basically, autonomy is a fabulous thing. They need to be responsible for what they're doing, and they kind of like it. What are the possibilities that this can be transferred to someone else? The possibilities are right there. They're awesome. You can do this. If I can do it, I know you can do it. So run with this subject, run with this topic, have fun with it. Your students will really enjoy it. And don't forget to have a rubric, make yourself available to them. And Screencastomatic.com is a fabulous website, and that's where this information comes from. So thank you very much.